Hey, what's up everybody? Wes here. Thanks for tuning in for another video. Today, I'm going to show you guys how to install these Project Source 1-inch mini blinds. These are cordless, pretty easy to do. They're about 10 bucks at Lowe's, so we'll jump right into it. First off, we've got our window here. I want to take down all these Halloween decorations, get everything cleaned up. This is a good chance to get everything nice and clean. It's way easier to do with the blinds off, so I'm going to give everything a good wipe down, as well as take off any old hardware. Here is some hardware from the previous blinds, so I'll go ahead and get those off, get everything cleaned up, and then we'll move right on to the next step. So now that we've got the window nice and clean, it's time to go ahead and open up the blinds. One end of the box is going to say hardware this side, and that's going to be your hanging brackets. So I'll go ahead and pull those out and show you what's in the wrapper. So basically you have 4 screws, 2 hanging brackets here. This is going to be the main part that I'm going to be showing you how to put on with these 4 screws. That's the longer set. This part here is optional. This is going to hold the blinds down at the bottom. So here's our bracket. It's just a stainless steel bracket that we're going to be screwing right up in here to the header, and there's going to be one on each side, evenly spaced. To mount, we'll need a Phillips head and a drill, and we're also going to be doing a pilot hole. It's going to make the screws going a little bit easier. So here's our bracket, and this is the orientation that we're going to be using to mount it. So this little tab here on the bottom. And in the window treatment, I like to find a spot just like this where I'm not going to have to measure anything. I can just push it right back up in the corner flush, and I'll do the same on the other side. Just push it right up in the corner like that. And something I also like to do is just use this as a guide. So that's going to be where we're going to line this first one up. So what we're going to do first, I'm not going to show the video, but I'm just going to do a couple of quick little pilot holes, just some marks. So here's these tiny little holes. I'm going to pull my bracket off, and then what I'll do now is go ahead and drill some actual holes that go up in there, probably about a ½ inch, to make the screws go in just a little bit easier by hand initially. And then we'll install the bracket with the drill. So go to the 4 longest screws that we have, and then take your bracket and just put it in the first notch here. And then we're actually just going to tighten this first a little bit in by hand. Just a couple of turns should be enough to hold it. The bracket doesn't really weigh anything, but we're just going to get it in place so that we can go ahead and get our drill started. And this is going to be a little tricky to do while filming, but this is going to hang here. We're just going to let this spin around. Don't tighten this first one all the way down. Leave some play in it so that you can go ahead and get your second one in. Again, tighten that by hand. This will be easier with 2 hands, and then get it started. And you can see here I've tightened it just a little bit too much. It didn't fit in my groove here that we measured out earlier, so I'm just going to back this one out just a little bit, allow it to have some play, and then what I'll have to do is just hold it up into the corner, but most likely with both hands, just like you see here, and get it mounted. So this definitely is a 2-handed project, but still very simple. So I've already got my spots marked out on the other side. We're going to go ahead and just kind of eyeball the measurement, have it mushed up in the corner, but then go ahead and mount it securely. So now we're going to open up our blinds. We've got just a little bit of bubble wrap here on the end, but there's also going to be some plastic pieces on the end caps. This is going to be for the wand, but here are the plastic pieces. Pull those out. You'll have one on each side. These are just placeholders that you don't really need in the future. You're not going to see any of these once the blind is actually mounted. But this is going to expose the rail, and it's going to show us how to mount it here. And here's what I like to do is just kind of push it up in here, get the first side in, and then it's going to be attached, and then click this other side up into place. You'll hear it click. Almost got it. So you'll hear a audible click just like that, and then we're in place. It locked in up top here. This one's already locked in, and there's also a bottom latch. So this one's not in. You can see this little tab here. We just want to push it, and then it's clicked into place. So make sure that both sides are clicked in. So basically it's held from the top and the bottom. So this side's good to go. I'm just going to move over here and double check the other side, make sure that it actually clipped in, and it's already clipped in. So this one's good to go. The blinds are mounted, and we'll go ahead and back up here and test them out. So seeing as how these blinds are cordless, you just grab the bottom in the middle and just pull down, and it's going to release everything. So pull it all the way to the bottom, and then you can just stick your fingers in the top and push it down. So the blinds worked, the brackets held, it didn't fall off. And the last thing we need to do is take our wand here and get it connected. Just hold it up at a pretty high angle. It'll hook right into place, and then go ahead and close everything and open it so it evens up, and it looks like it's good to go. There you have it. It looks like everything is working properly. Everything's mounted nice. We don't really have any crazy gaps or anything. Again, you can't see those end caps, but you can see the clips here on the bottom that are holding the blinds up. So make sure that those are clipped in on both sides again, but you can just see those. You can't really see the top ones, but we know they're in place because we heard them click earlier. But that's it. This is a $10 set of blinds. I think it's maybe 10 to 12 bucks at Lowe's. That's where I picked this set up. I went ahead and did 4 different ones. I've got 2 dormers and 2 windows up here in this unfinished attic. This is something I'm going to be working on in the future, working on some insulation, different things right now. So we're going to actually try to get this all finished up in the near future. But we'll be adding a bathroom and a bedroom, closet, different things like that up here. If I find any useful videos along the way during our progress, I'll try to film those and make some more how-tos. But I definitely appreciate you guys tuning in. If you have any questions, feel free to leave those in the comments below. Appreciate you watching. All right, peace.